Now that you've learned what a rational number is, in this video we will talk about how to list them from least to greatest. So the first example would be 3/2, 0.192, 12/5, and 19%. Now, to list them from least to greatest, we need to make it is the most easy to actually put them in the same unit, right? Because some of them are in fractions, some of them would be decimals, and one is even in percent. So it is best to right now organize them in one thing. The easiest one right now is to convert all of them into decimals. In the other video, I think a couple videos ago, we posted a video where we talked about how to convert between fractions, decimals, and percents. So it would be nice to refer back to that video. This way you actually know how to convert between these units. So let me move that back down here. Okay, so since this one is very simple, we know it's 3.5. This one would just stay the same. 12/5, there are 2 full 5s you can get, and there will be 2/5 remaining. 2/5, which then actually becomes 2.40. And this one becomes 0.190. So the final answer really these are your numbers now that you're working with. Now it's very easy to distinguish which one is the greatest and which one is the least greatest. So you could add the 0 if you want here as just a placeholder. It's totally optional. But now that you know that the height is really the 1, so less than 1, I would go my number line by 1s and up to 4. So you can do that. 4. So now we'll start applying them. So 0, this is the lowest number, so this will go first over here. $190. You can check it off on the side. Our next one is right here. It's very close. It's 0.192. Then we have no 1s or anything, but we do have 2.40, which is kind of in the middle over here. And then we have the last one, which is 3.5. This one's pretty easy to plot. 3.5. So that's the one. Let's do one more example. Let's do 4/7, 0.175, 1/5, and 82%. Notice that we're not going into complicate with negatives or anything, but now again we have to probably change these. Some of them are in percent, some are in decimals, and a couple of them are in percent, decimal, and fraction. So again, I think it's easier to convert into decimals. So I would convert all these into decimals. And this one would change into 0.175. Stay same. This one would change into 0.20, and this one would change into 0.82. Now I know the ones I'm working with. These are the ones I can box in now. Now I'm noticing all of these are in between ones. It's up to 0 to 1, so it would probably be the best to label your number line 1, 0, 1, and if you want, you can add that 0.5 in between. Now we can start doing it. So the first point we can plot would be, so let's start with this one over here. So this one's right over here, 0.571, and then we would have, so that's done. 1.75 would be right over here. Then we have 0.20, which we can put like right over here. And then we have 0.82, 0.82, and that's over here. Also, when you're writing in graph, before we actually put the actual number that we changed into, you can also, instead of writing the new numbers, like for instance, instead of writing 0.90, you could also just write 19%, and then this one would just be same. 2.40, you could also write like 12.5. If it doesn't specify, then that really shouldn't be a big problem. But if it does ask you to write, like you could also write your original number you started with. Same goes for this one here. So hopefully this video helped you to compare rational numbers and, well, most likely list them from least to greatest, right? This one actually did not have any negatives. This one was just very simple, getting used to it. But when there's negatives, again, the only thing you have to be careful about in negatives, remember, for negatives, there is something you have to be careful about, and that is with the negatives. With negative numbers, the closer you are to 0, the larger you are, the larger the number is. So what I mean by that, if I have 3 rational numbers for now, we can say negative 0.21, negative 4, negative 0.4, that's what I meant to say, negative 0.4, and let's put 1, let's put negative 0.1. This, since all these are under 0, I would just put 0 off here. Okay, it's a very quick example. So again, which one is the closest to 0? Negative. So technically, if you think about these, convert percent if it's a positive numbers, obviously the largest one would have been 0.4. But in this case, this is the most farthest away from 0, so I will plot that over here. Then we probably have negative 0.21, and then negative 0.1 is the closest to 0. Meaning it's going to become a positive number faster than these two over here. So this is a quick thing, and with positive numbers, the farther away you are from 0, the larger than you are, right? The larger the number is. So again, the negatives, that's the only thing. Other than that, everything will still stay the same about when applying them on the number line. So hopefully this video helped you and helped you to list rational numbers from least to